What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. I've been thinking, since there's so many FPL content to watch every day of the week, what could be the best schedule for everyone so that it could be minimized and improve the experience a bit more. And this is what I've come up with. The only rule I've made is that no team selection video, because everyone makes them, so pick whoever you like at it and watch it at any given moment. So before I start the video, please like and subscribe. It will really help me out and truly mean a lot to me. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, on Saturday, after all the games are finished, you can tune into Elite FPL's reaction stream, where they react to every game that happened on a Saturday. It's usually Steve-O, but maybe with a guest, or sometimes his co-host Jason can join in to react to all the games that has happened on Saturday. You're gonna be exhausted anyway, so one is enough, and we're bloody lucky that we have one stream available on a Saturday.
Top, Havertz, Saka running on the left hand side, Havertz on the right, Saka plays it to Saka. Oh my god! The ball gets played through and it ends 1-1. Okay. Oh my god, the Bruyne! He's in the post! How is it not scored? Oh no! The top, Havertz, Saka running on the left hand side, Havertz on the right, Saka plays it to Saka. Oh my god!
On a Sunday, there's three things you should watch out for. This FPL Focus things we've learned. He does it after the games have finished. Sunday Surgery, that's the one you should really tune in live. And there's also Let's Talk FPL's knee-jerk stream. Both of those streams happen at the same time, so choice is yours, but I have a recommendation for that.
4 points back, but yeah, it's still very, very good game week, Dred. You must be over the moon. Top of the moderator league, and where are you in the world? Where are you?
No idea, mate.
Overall 72,000. Oh, no idea. Like he hasn't checked. Don't sound so down about it.
No pressure now, because it's going to be a sequence of red arrows from now on.
Oh my goodness! Talk about glass half empty. Come on, Dred.
I got 75 last week. It didn't feel like enough, and 81 this week. Like, it's good, but it doesn't feel. I mean, I shouldn't complain. Honestly, I've got like a 1.4 million green arrows, so it is fine. But it's not like a lot of the times you score 81 and you'll be massively ahead of a lot of other people. Not kind of the same this time.
1-0 with Crystal Palace from a Jackson goal, and Eze scoring Palaces. Patience rewarded for those that kept hold of Eze despite the price drop. It was a recurring theme on last week's video that the likes of Eze and Isak need a bit more patience, and it did deliver. It was a lovely curled shot from outside the box for Eze, Doucouré assist. Palmer assisted Jackson's goal, and despite yellow card for booting the ball away, still got 2 bonus points. Eze got all 3 for a 10-pointer. That's 45 returns in 50 games for Palmer.
Here are the recommendations. You should watch the FPL Focus video. That's the first video, one of the first videos you have on after all the Sunday matches have finished, and you should watch it as well. Things we've learned, like you'll get to know about things that even you've missed up on. And tune into the stream for Elite FPL, because they are interactive and it's a live call-in. The Sunday Surgery is special. You can ask your questions directly on a Discord call to them, so you can get your specific problems answered. And then later on you can watch Andy's knee-jerk stream on the next morning, because being there live or listening, it's gonna be almost the same experience with this knee-jerk stream, so you're not gonna be missing out on much. On a Monday, there's also 3 things you should watch. Chasing Green Arrows review streams, FPL Wire's review, where Zoff gives a review on all the stats and database over the weekend, and there's also FPL Focus players to buy to get some idea on your early transfers if you do want to make one before all those price rises. There's not gonna be any recommendation for this day, because all of these things can be watched at any given time. You won't get like half of the experience if you don't watch it live for the Chasing Green Arrow stream. so any time will do for these ones.
Look at the best players to buy in FPL for Game Week 3 to guide your transfer plans and also captaincy this week. Projection data from FPL Review. So let's go midfielders, and it's very close to the top as Saka leads with 6.7 projected points, and then Palmer with 6.6. It was a chaotic 6-2 win over Wolves with Palmer involved in 4 goals, and it really goes to show just how well they've priced players this season. It is annoying
on the right, and he's better than Savio. Because I need you to talk me out of I need you to convince me to buy Savio, because I'm talking myself out of it. But I know the fact he's on some of the set pieces. I don't know much about him, Dean. Like
I don't really either, to be honest, mate. Like I said a bit of him last season alone, but I didn't see enough to suspect that he was going to be this influential and would fit in this nicely into the way that City would play.
Manchester United versus Liverpool, or the Casemiro is my GOAT game, as I'd like to call it. I love Casemiro. Boston at Real Madrid stealing a living at Manchester United. 4 big chances for Liverpool, 3 big chances for Manchester United. Should have found the back of the net.
Okay, there's Let's Talk FPL Transfer Tips, and there's the FPL Juice Show that happens every Tuesday, and there's also FF Scoutcast. Juice Show and the Scoutcast are live, but I'll tell you which one to watch and which one you can watch it later on the recommendation. Let's Talk FPL also like one of the first videos to come out on a Tuesday, so watch out for that one.
Would have made a massive difference, but it's worth just pointing out. He's in the first couple of games. He's played 90 minutes, right? And he's played as the 9. He hasn't been playing deep or anything like that. Jesus has got an injury, so there's less competition there. And Nketiah looks like he's on the way out.
I mean, there definitely has been just a jump to conclusions right now that everyone's saying Maresca out and just Chelsea are terrible. I think, like you said, when you look at the scoreline 2-0, you probably think to yourself, typical Chelsea, didn't really put up a fight. But I think we saw a lot of good things with Chelsea. We saw a pattern of play and a way that they want to actually operate. I think
Right, Mo.
Oh my!
What is that?
That's that.
That 5-0, bruv. I've asked for that sound effect. By the
We
way.
need
I
it.
want
Yeah, we need that.
I want it so bad.
To be honest, Rupert does it really good. Our pundit, he does it. I've got a couple of saved on my phone. They're classics.
So here is the recommendation. First, again, like Let's Talk FPL Transfer Tip. That's gonna be one of the videos that's gonna be released on a Tuesday morning. So watch that and tune in live for the FPL Juice Show, because the experience is so much better with their live streams when you tune in live and interact in the chat, and they will highlight your message most of the times. And then you can watch the Scoutcast later on after that show ends, or the next morning, because it's a podcast form anyway, so it's not gonna be an interactive stream. It's mainly just they have each sections and they explain each different things and cover different topics. On Wednesdays where things start to get busy. There's the usual FPL Wire Pod, there's Andy's Let's Talk FPL Gaming Preview, and there's FF Scout Burning Questions, which is joined by FPL Harry and Sonaldo. They cover the hottest topics of the week. There's also Big Man because and team selection, but I mainly dub it as a discussion stream because they do discuss the certain topics of the week first, and then right at the end they discuss a little bit about his team, but that's really a short segment. And there's the usual Elite FPL gaming preview show, so I'm gonna recommend which one to watch it live and then which one you can watch later on.
But I'm not sure I'd be making those changes with a massive amount of confidence, because ultimately any week you wildcard, it's always going to look a little bit different. I want a few more weeks before I make any big decisions like that, and I think
I'm excited. Like, my head is swirling with FPL thoughts all the time. Like, thanks to the team selection videos, man, I'm thinking about wildcard every week. I considered a wildcard on Saturday, considered a wildcard on Sunday. I feel like I was a lot lazier last year as an FPL player, and my mind is much more in overdrive and in sync and in tune this year, and there's so much to talk about.
Andy, any love for Chelsea defender?
I think just your club is.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no. What it like? I mean,
he was
maybe,
gonna be
right?
he was gonna be polite about it, but that's a no.
Yeah.
Ash's main event, certainly of the game week, Man City versus Ipswich. Ash has said 5-0. But maybe is it tongue in cheek or is it genuine? You actually think you're 5-0?
Mate, 5-0.
5-0.
You can't tell me that's not. Mate, if I go and check the bookies odds on 5-0 now, I bet it's probably about even money. It's not unrealistic.
I did consider the triple captaincy actually briefly on Saturday. I did consider it.
I didn't, to be fair.
I did consider it, but I didn't do it. I was sort of chatting to a few friends. A few of them went ahead with it, and I mean, fair play to them because it was a very brave call using it in a single game week. But yeah, it's also something which it sort of annoyed me. I was really happy that Haaland hauled because it eventually it sort of brought me close to those who didn't own him. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think it would be much better had I.
The recommendation outside the FPL Wire, you can watch it at any given time. The Burning Questions as well, same goes for it because both are podcasts. The game week preview for Let's Talk FPL, you should watch that the first thing in the morning. That's the first video is gonna be launched. And then after that, I think the Big Man Bakar's team selection comes out on live, and then right at the end, and the last thing you should watch is the Elite FPL gaming preview because that's the time where it live streams, and you should really tune in live for the Elite FPL gaming preview because they're always very interactive. They'll really answer certain things and discuss certain topics. You can also banter with them as well. The community is really good there, so I would highly recommend tuning in live for the Elite FPL streams. Thursday, another busy day ahead. I've included FPL Focus Experts. That's an option I've had. I don't think a lot of it's mainly personal preference with this video. I'll explain it later. There's black box streams. It happens really late as well, so maybe you can watch it late on the next day or something. There's also Az and Sam's FPL Q&A. There's the cheat sheet, which is really helpful, and there's also the main FPL podcast that releases now on YouTube nowadays. In this season, they started to release it on YouTube, so wait for the YouTube video to come out rather than listening on the podcast on the website. It's much better experience to just watch the video.
He's gonna miss that bit of the path and go straight on and play, but he didn't, so I was wrong about that, and I hold my hands up and say I was wrong, but he is only 4 million, and
transfers sort of brought in. We also knew that Stewart was part of the squad, so as I said within my sort of final game week 1 cheat sheet, I was a little bit lower on Armstrong than I was in let's say the preseason. So Armstrong, of course, sort of gets that drop to reflect the very early substitution, I would say, that we've seen already, which was a bit of a shock. I would still say which was still a little.
So Sam, what happened to Spurs on Monday? Complete dominance in the first half, and then.
What do you mean? What happened? That's just standard Spurs.
Yeah, it was very Spursy, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were brilliant in the first half. Didn't take our chances, which was. Why is the light just gone behind me?
Whoa, that's creepy. It's very Alien as well.
What the hell? The remote.
Somewhat predictably, the most popular transfer in this week is Rodgers, who's their clear favourite and Kunku replacement. After failing to make it to 60 minutes in Game Week 1 and a benching in Game Week 2, they're cutting their losses now.
Come with 2 either. This is amazing.
Turned over a new leaf.
No.
Yeah.
It's all about planning, talent, and vision.
Oh, here we go.
If you want to finish top 4,000 in the world, you know what you have to do. Yankuba Minte at Brighton, incredible preseason, very good last season at Feyenoord on loan from Newcastle.
Here are the recommendations. I put the experts video from FPL Focal as an option because I don't really watch it, but I think other people might, so I put that as an option. It's a different video to most, so a little bit different video couldn't hurt. The cheat sheet is the most important one here, and it can release in the morning as well. And the cheat sheet just helps you think about the transfers, makes it all easier, which ones to target, which ones are looking the best right now, which players are looking at a worse and going at a downward spiral. Just makes things very easy, and to think which players to target later on. As in some Q&A, you have to tune in live with this one. It has minimum replay value. Get your questions answered, and if not, then you're not gonna have fun watching it on the replay. Black Box is the one that comes out really late, so you can wait for it and watch it, but it is a podcast. The interaction thing doesn't exist that much, and in the middle of the day you can watch the podcast when it releases. And we've come to Friday, where things all get rounded up. So I have the Chasing Green Arrows preview stream. There's the FPL Deadline Dilemma that releases as a video, not as a live stream this time. It used to be a live stream, but now it's video. And there's the FPL show, and there's Game Week 3 final thoughts from Andy, where if you watch this, you don't have to watch the press conference.
Teams, and it will be similar style for the Europa League teams as well. Now, Europa League people will just rotate anyway, because they may not care about finishing 10th or 12th or 15th or 16th. But in the Champions League, they will care. There will be a big, I think the good thing for Aston Villa is their tougher games are at home. So Aston Villa are home to Bayern, home to Juventus. And away games are more manageable. Like away to Leipzig is not going to be easy.
I'm recording live from the Premier League. Dean is in San Diego, and he's our transfer man. Dean from the world of transfers. He's Give Me Sports transfers guy. He's got a very busy day ahead of him. And we got Big Man Backer in the house, all the way over from Pakistan. So we are spread all around the world on this stream. Big Man has finished 4 before. Yeah, so you're in good company. You're in good company. We do.
And Rico Lewis, and obviously that's interesting at the moment because a lot of people are buying Rico Lewis. On Kyle Walker's England squad absence, he said when he will be back to his best, and he will be soon, always he's an incredible weapon for the national team to be used because he has specific qualities that is really, really needed by Man City. Right, so
we want to know who you even are putting the armband on in game week 3, and yes, Cole Palmer is one of the options we've got for you. Now, last week he only got 3.5% of the votes. I do suspect though it might be a little bit higher this time out, but a huge well done to the 64% of you who went with Haaland last time out. Hopefully a few of you triple captain.
Recommendation for this one, I think the first video that will get released is the FPL Deadline Dilemmas, but I have to say just watch it before the press conference because things might get outdated because it does release before the press conference though. And tune in live for the Chasing Green Arrows preview stream. This is the stream for Chasing Green Arrows that you need to tune in live. You can discuss certain things with the guys and give some ideas to highlight, and this one is the most interactive stream they have. And the Andy's final thoughts video, you should watch it after all the press conference release. Wait for him. You don't really need to dig on Twitter, scroll down and search for quotes. Just wait for this video to release and you'll be all informed about all the press conferences and what the information we got. And the last video of the day is the FPL show. It just puts everything into perspective. Like, it's a bundle. And official FPL show, we all love it. The presentation, the style, all the information gathered up in one video, neatly, just very presented well, and we just know how good that show is. Came back full circle on a Saturday, and it's deadline day. On deadline, there's so many deadline streams. I'm just gonna highlight 3 of them you should consider. It's your choice really, but here's the recommendation anyway. Here's the recommendation. I would say watch FPL Dylan's live stream because he answers each question one by one. You don't have to repeatedly copy paste your question to spam the chat. It's no need. He's gonna go through it one by one. He answers most questions. And there's also FPL Harry streams just because he has a wealth of knowledge, and the players he recommends, most of them just comes out good anyway. So he's mostly right, that's why I put them in. And then after the deadline has finished, you can go ahead and watch expect the FPL Juice's streamception, because he's treated more like a show. So they're just not gonna be pissing around with your spam questions, and they're just gonna roll on, talk with each other, and answer some of your questions. So it's just a fun show to watch after the deadline has passed and look back on what they were talking about. That's gonna be it.
It's Wood and Kunku. Wood wasn't actually that great in game week 1. Like, if you watch the game, yeah, he scored and got 3 bonus because that's what happens if a forward scores. And he had 1 massive chance, which was like 0.6 of this XG.
Chris Wood and Eze both have 38% of the vote in terms of which player would you bench. And I think Wood narrowly leads. Like, we're talking about 0.1, 0.2% in his favour. In fact,
for Spurs, how many clean sheets did he get?
He probably got like 6.
7 clean sheets.
Quite close.
So when Tom's like, "Oh, you're gonna get 2 clean sheets all season," he's clearly lying. So he offers some clean sheet. He offers some clean sheet.
Ash, this is
I love my
mine.
son's team, and he isn't even born yet. Rah, bruv, that is. Do you know what? I've just realised, Martin, you're getting these roasts off ChatGPT. You need to get some originality, my guy. Yeah. Come up with your own roast, bruv. Because that's not looking good.
So it's all wrapped out now. It took me bloody time to seek out the perfect schedule, and I think I've got it. So if you think I've missed out on any channels or any videos that should have been an important part of this video, do comment and make sure to like and subscribe, and comment about what your thoughts on the video as well. I would really like to know what your thoughts on it, because these kind of videos, nobody does that, and I really wanted to do something different, and this is what I've been working on. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you soon.